health devices. You could use this, take it anywhere and everywhere you go, especially here in the United States. With the Americans with Disabilities Act, that allows you to carry these. So can you use a cane or a walking cane for self-defense? The answer is yes, because you can take it with you wherever you go. The Americans with Disability Act allows it to go into the bank, into your kid's school, allows you to take it on the plane, into the airport, onto the plane, a train, a subway station, into the grocery store, everywhere that you would walk with a walking cane as a medical device, you can take one of these walking canes. Now, these walking canes are made by Cane Masters. Cane Masters specialize in walking canes that also can be used for self-defense. So the answer is yes. Can you use a walking cane for self-defense? Yes, there are companies that make them. The best, in my opinion, is this company, Cane Masters. There's a link below if you want to see what they are. It goes from the least expensive training tool. This is my Oak Dojo training cane. This is Oak also, but this is my everyday carry cane. This is the Traveler. If you want to look below and see what they cost, I don't keep up with what the prices are, but they're all there. Good morning to you. It comes fast and it goes, but good morning, everybody. Hello. We see Magnus here from Sweden. This walking cane that you can carry and take with you everywhere you go, especially here in the United States, you're also protected by another law here in the U.S. with the walking cane, the Hipaa Laws. Those are your privacy for your medical information. So no one's allowed to say, you have to prove to me, show me that you need that cane. Where's your doctor's note? What's your disability? You can say it's none of your business. It is, it's not your business. It's my personal privacy of my health information. The Hipaa laws in the United States protect you there. Other countries have similar laws too. Now, so you have these two here, and I have a quick question from Sri. It goes fast. I couldn't get the whole name, but you're asking for an inexpensive bow staff. Go to the link below that says martial arts weapons here, and you can see about what they cost. It depends on where you are in the world, whether they have shipping to you or not. Shipping, because the bow staff is a long piece of wood, it's an oversized shipping fee. So it's really hard to find one that's inexpensive. You usually make up for it twice, 3 times as much with shipping. But back to the question, can you use a walking cane to defend yourself? The answer is yes. I'm going to show you why and how. This video is more about the how, what you're going to do specifically to defend yourself with the walking cane. Now, the walking cane, the reason you can defend yourself with it is because you have distance, you have reach advantage. If they have a knife or some kind of weapon, you can now keep them back. It's a solid piece of oak, solid piece of wood. With your extensor muscles, your pushing muscles, you're strong at keeping them back, even if you just stand still. If you need a cane to stand on, in other words, you can't lift it off the ground or you'll fall, you can lean on one and use the other one for self-protection. So can you use a walking cane to defend yourself? Yes. What if you need one to lean on and you can't lift it off the ground? Put your body weight on one, use the other one to defend yourself. Strike with it, hard and fast, right through the middle, using the long end, or turn it around and use that big hammer, that knuckle. Can you defend yourself with a walking cane? Yes, this is like a hammer. It's like a knuckle, it's like a fist. Then you have this crook right there. You're raking the skin. You're able to reach in, snatch somebody down with your walking cane. So can you defend yourself with a walking cane? Absolutely, 100% yes. How? That's what we're talking about now. We have basic thrusting strikes, we have swinging strikes, and we have pushing motions, pushing strikes. So can you defend yourself with a walking cane? Yes. What if you are in a chair? And I wanted to talk about that. I'm going to drop this a little bit. I'm going to show you a little bit more of the how. One of the things that I like to have you do is warm up with a spin going around in your hand. Your hand is mostly closed. You're spinning it forward. From here, you can bring it over the body and back. And if you've been here for a while and you've been training with me with your walking cane for a while, and you're ready for a little bit of an upgrade, some new things to try, you're gonna bring it across your body and over here on the opposite side, you're gonna open your hand, letting the length come around the back of your hand, and it's gonna spin with your hand here. Now you keep your thumb on the outside so that it stays on your hand. If you let it go past it, see how it gets up on my arm? I want to come down. I want my thumb to stay there, and I'm going to spin it. Let me show you from this angle. That's all I'm doing. So this is an upgrade. If you've been training with me for a while, you're ready to go to a higher level, add this spin into your warm-up routine. Bring it over and back in front of the body, stomach up and in, abs tight. This is sort of like a slap across the face, a backhand across the face. Nice and easy, slow as smooth, smooth as relaxed, stomach up and in, feet just under your body. If you're standing up, bring it back over here. Now, here's why I wanted you to see the chair. I bring my chair in. Maybe you don't have a choice. Maybe you are confined to a wheelchair. You're not as mobile as you used to be, or you've always been in the chair. Or this is the other reason you might want to train in the chair. I suggest, I have all my in-person students also train in the chair. And the reason is you might be sitting when you become not a victim, because you're gonna be your own first responder. When someone comes up to you and means to hurt you or harm you, you might have to defend yourself when you're sitting on a park bench, or you're on the bus, or you're on the subway, you're on a plane, you happen to have your cane with you. Everywhere you go, you now have some options, right? And I want you to learn how to train from a seated position, even if you don't have to sit. The other thing you can do if you are seated is practice leaning forward and standing up. Leaning forward and standing up, and if your legs aren't as strong as they used to be, this is gonna help. It's gonna unweight your legs a little bit, allowing you to move through that range of motion and build more power in your legs. But from this position, I can spin, I can go over and back, and I can add in the new spin. So you can now change up your training, warm up in a seated position. Anything you can do standing with the walking cane, you can do sitting in a chair, on a park bench, on the bus. And when you do your strikes from your shoulder, coming through here, it's not going up. You're not hitting the ceiling of anything. You're gonna be fighting in front of your body. And then practice sitting and training that way too. So can you defend yourself with a walking cane even if you're in a wheelchair? Yes, absolutely. Walking cane self-defense or cane self-defense is one of the best options, especially with the Cane Masters cane, which are custom designed. They're handmade here in the United States. I love that. They're made here. They have the wider crook for your hand. They're extremely strong and durable. And if you keep it well oiled, if you get one like this, the Dojo training cane, like I said, the link is below. This is gonna last you forever, and it takes a beating. So here's the how, right? We talk about, can you defend yourself with a walking cane? Yes, how? First thing is put the cane between you and the threat. This is the threat. That's the center line of their body. Just thrust. The first thing you do from here, bring your hand up. That's the other benefit of the spin, by the way. That develops the callus on your hand, gives you proprioception, or how this thing moves through space and time, timing and distance. From here, put the cane between you and the threat. Create the distance. Put two hands on it if you need more strength. Again, if you use the other cane, lean on the one cane, thrust with the other one. So the first thing, can you defend yourself with a walking cane? Yes. How? With a thrust. Put the cane between you and the threat, thrust right through the middle. One-handed or two-handed, with the length going forward, or if you prefer to walk with it like this, which is ergonomically a better position for most people because it puts the long side out of the back side of your hand. So this is ergonomically better. It's easier. It gives you more strength, more stability when you walk. From here, pop it up into this position. Now that big fist, remember the big fist, that big knuckle, that middle knuckle coming through, smashing for self-defense. Now from here, thrust right into the eyes. You can use a walking cane for self-defense, yes, because the wood is stronger than the nose. The wood is stronger than their eyes or their teeth, than their throat, than their solar plexus, than their joints. You're gonna use that wood, let the wood do the work. Again, one-handed, you have to change, thrust the other way, thrust this way. Kind of like a rifle butt or a bayonet attack for those of you who have military training. Even if it was 50 years ago, they burned it into your brain, and you know what I'm talking about, right? So from here, put it between you. Can you use yourself, or can you use a walking cane to defend yourself? Yes, if you practice the thrust. Second, practice two hands on the cane and practice the shoving motion using this bar of oak, this oak Cane Masters training cane. Again, let the wood do the work against the nose, eyes, teeth, throat. It's a question you'll ask yourself as you practice with your walking cane for self-defense. What targets can you remove or destroy? Their ability to see you, breathe temporarily or permanently through the throat, through the mouth. Again, if you're in the chair, can you do the thrust? 1,000%. If you're sitting here, they're coming in, you pull it up here, they're reaching in, they're trying to grab. Maybe they're already putting their hand on your body. Bring the cane over the top, rip it down, and smash it into their face. Use your body to stand up, finish the job for self-defense. So the walking cane is a hard piece of wood, can go through, does damage for self-defense against all the soft tissue, all the vital spots on the bad guy's body. So can you use a walking cane for self-defense? Yes, how? Practice thrusting motions, one-handed and two hands in both positions. Crook facing forward and the long side, the tip facing forward. Thrust or pushing, just like you're doing push-ups, right? Just shove them off, but let the wood do the work. What if they grab your walking cane? Can you still use your cane for self-defense? Can you use a walking cane for self-defense if they grab your cane? Yes. Twist, twist. It's a simple motion. You're gonna turn, if you think about, remember 10 and 2 when you first started driving a car? Think about 10 and 2. Go to 6 and 12, right? From here to here. And then take 12 and stick it on the ground. Take 12 and stick it on the ground. Whichever hand is up, go straight to the ground. In this position, you're very strong. You lift yourself, sometimes you have to push yourself up out of the chair. Sometimes you have to push yourself up with your cane. Sometimes you have to lean up and push up against the counter to stand up. You're very strong in this position, so you're going to let them grab it, twist. When you grab and you twist, now here's what's happening. They're trying to pull it away, so they're going in this direction, if I'm them, right? They're going like this. Let them have it. Don't take your hands off of it, but just don't resist. As it starts to, the resistance comes off because they're pulling, you're going to turn fast. Now, all their focus and energy is coming like this. When you go like this, they won't expect it. Whether they're pulling with one hand or two hands, and they're like this. If one hand is on the inside and the out, it doesn't matter where their hands are. You're going to be stronger, and you're going to catch them off guard by turning, and then this hand just goes to the ground. Watch what happens if I'm here. It's going to smash me in the head, and it compromises my grip. If I keep going, it pops my cane right out of the hand. If there are two hands on it, it's going to compromise one grip, smashing here, and then come through like this, like the rifle butt. I was watching Sands of Iwo Jima with John Wayne himself the other day, and he was teaching a young left-handed Marine how to work with his rifle thrust, the bayonet thrust, and then follow up, 1, 2, follow up, parry, he was blocking, follow up with that second strike. So it's very effective. I don't know that's a movie, but that's where it comes from. Think about bayonet attack, or he grabs your cane, twist, strike, and then punch. So can you use a walking cane to defend yourself? Yes, if you put both hands on it and you just start to punch. It's the same thing as elbow strikes. If you were open-handed, you can elbow strike. If you put your hands together, your elbow strikes are stronger. Now, can you use a walking cane to defend yourself? Yes. How? You have thrusting, shoving, twist and drop if they grab it, and then punching right to the side. And the last one are these strikes. Last but not least, and that's not exhaustive either. There are a lot more. But can you defend yourself with a walking cane? Yes. If you learn how to strike from your shoulder going forward. And why do you strike from your shoulder using a walking cane for self-defense? Because you might hit the ceiling instead, and you're stronger here. They might also close the distance. You're going to wrap your arm. There's no power there. From here, it's always coming between you and them. It's going to hit something for self-defense, and it's going to do maximum damage. From your shoulder, straight in. From here to that leg, think joints. What joints can you break or destroy for self-defense? Wrists, fingers, hand, elbow, shoulder, maybe some ribs. I know those aren't joints, but break them anyway for self-defense. They're very effective. Going into that hip, going into the knee, even down to that ankle. Or maybe it's a vicious animal that's attacking you or your animal, your dog, or someone in your family, and you have to defend yourself. You have those slashing strikes from the shoulder and out, shoulder and out. You can even come straight down on top, hit them here. They're unconscious, turn off their operating system. Fight's over, you win. So it's only self-defense. That's what we're talking about. The question is, can you use a cane? Can you use a walking cane for self-defense? Yes, if you can thrust, shove, they grab it, turn and push, punch with two hands, and finally, notice I did not say block. Can they swing a baseball bat at you and you push it up and block? Yes. If you see them coming to swing a baseball bat, you can shove it in their face. Do that first. Don't try to block. I teach parrying and blocking for the martial arts side, for the fun side. Once you get used to it and you have some basic skills. But when I say let's talk about practical self-defense. Let's go back to the beginning. We're not blocking and parrying and all that other stuff. That's a competitive event. We're not going to spend all the time that it takes. Now, you might instinctively block it because you're in the right position. You might instinctively knock their hand out of the way, but if they're coming at you and they've got a knife, instead of looking at that knife, trying to stop the knife, go for the thing that controls their knife. Turn off their computer, turn them off from here, right? Keep them at distance. Come through with a power strike, shove them back, punch them in the head, bring it down on top. And then you can effectively defend yourself with a walking cane. So can you defend yourself with a walking cane? Yes. How? Thrusting, shoving. They grab it, turn and push, punching with two hands. And then from here, coming from the shoulder, straight forward, aim for temple, aim for neck, aim for joints that will break. Think about what your targets will be for self-defense to the remove or destroy. Either remove or destroy. Those are the basics. Now, how can you get stronger using your walking cane for self-defense? Because it's also going to improve your general health. Get a band, wrap it around your back, bring it to the front. This is just a resistance band. And I put the link below if you want to get some. I think it's the third link down there. Practice standing push-ups. Get the lightest band you can get. Or get a pack. Get a whole pack. Start with a light one because you want to move up eventually. And just practice. How many? Don't think about number of repetitions. Go for time under tension. After you get strong here, and you can do this well, then do that and turn it. And turn it. Practice. Every once in a while, I'll smack you in the face like that. Practice. That's good. That wakes you up. Practice and then push it down. Practice and then push it down. Practice and then push it down. Push it down. Let it go out. Twist it like that. That's just one of many things you can do with resistance bands to get stronger. Let's talk about mobility, because if you are, let's say you've had a stroke, you're in your 70s, you had a stroke maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2019, we'll say 2019, and you're looking for ways to rewire the brain and become more mobile. Good morning, it's good to see you, LM. If you start in this position, I'm going to give you 3 exercises I want you to do to help rewire the brain, to help with your mobility so you can better defend yourself. Start here, you're going to go up, and see that? You just pinch the tops. Hands stay together. How many? 30 seconds. It's going to be my answer to everyone. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Don't rush these. And breathe. And then here, pushing and opening. See my fingers open and push apart, and they stay in contact. I'm adding a little bit of pressure to them as I go through. This is also going to help if you have things like trigger finger, if you're starting to get arthritis, or if you've had it for a while. You need to get the blood in there, circulation. And I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you from anecdotal experience what has worked for so many others that I've worked with over the years. Pushing like this, pushing like this. And you can do this sitting in the chair. And the last one is punching across your body. Now I want you to pull your stomach up and in, keep your abs tight, drop your chin, breathe through your nose. And you're gonna go just side to side, and then you're gonna go up, and then you're gonna go down. This is also gonna get your heart rate up. This is gonna lean you out a little bit faster. It blew my mind thinking about this idea that they masked everybody up for months and destroyed the worldwide economy over a disease that's more than 99% survivable. And I'm not getting into politics, and I'm not gonna debate statistics or whatever, but just read the numbers, right? And for some groups, it's worse than others. But then you look at the obesity rates that have expanded around the world since the beginning of COVID, and it's incredible. It's up to 70% in some areas. 70% of all adults are unhealthy overweight. And no one's stopping you from putting Cheetos in your mouth, or maybe the mask should say, don't eat it, But we're wearing this so we don't catch a cold, but yet we're stuffing the bad stuff in, and we're not moving around because we're afraid to leave the house. But you can do this in a chair. And I just want you to move your body, get your heart rate up a little bit, and you don't have to go for a marathon run. Just do this for 30 seconds. And after you've done that for a while, start punching up. And if you punch up, look up. And make sure your neck is relaxed. Don't strain your neck. And then punch down. And again, you can do this sitting in your chair. Just punching across the body and turning. And two things are happening. You're leaning out, you're getting stronger, the muscles are getting stronger, better able to defend yourself. You're also starting to rewire, retrain the brain, connecting the right to the left to the right, and then that's going to help you with your balance physically from muscle strength and activation, but also the way that the brain works. I'm not a neuroscientist. I don't pretend to be. I'm not a doctor. Don't take my medical advice. I'm just telling you what I do that works with people in their 70s who had different kinds of stroke, heart attack, whatever, knee issues, back issues, pain, and then we get more mobile. We get more flexible, more mobile, stronger, and better endurance. You're gonna get that too.